something like this. Bam. So if you haven't done this yet, you will do it if you break enough belts. Okay, in this video, we are going to attempt to install a brand new inner clutch housing, like this guy right here. And before we do that, we're gonna put a liner in it. This guy right here from KMS. Okay, what's going on today, Dan?
We are here in the garage trying to do some work on the Can-Am and making sure this drone, maybe get some aerial footage some other time.
Yeah, well, Danny's here to get work done. I'm goofing off trying to fly the drone. We're gonna bring it home. Let's bring it home. So what we're gonna do, hopefully you can hear this because we had the door open, there's a bunch of stupid cars driving by. I put a sign out, we're filming. They drive down the street.
They don't listen.
They don't listen at all. So we're gonna pull all of this off, and don't look at that shock, it's a mess, I know. We'll talk about that later. And we're gonna ignore all of this mess, and we're going to put this new clutch inner housing and clutch liner in the new inner housing, and we're gonna put it on this car, which means we got to pull the primary and secondary clutch. So we're gonna do that in a minute. We'll be right back. All right, Danny, what do you think?
I think time to get the hands dirty.
Okay, I'll watch. All right, here we go. We got to tear this thing apart. So what we're gonna do is, you know, the obvious, pull like this stuff out of the way. Yeah, there's only 2 screws in the clutch cover. Let me explain. I lost them. Brandy lost them. Danny lost them, probably, realistically. So we only have 2 screws. We got to get some more. We don't have the seal. I'll get those parts from our local dealer, hopefully, or order them online and have them in the next couple of days. But in the meantime, we're going to get the inner clutch housing on the car, and we'll go from there. So let's do this. We'll be right back. Yeah. That was it. What size is it?
230 maybe?
Okay, so Danny's starting to pull that clutch cover off real quick. Let me show you this. We got a brand new.
Is it brand new?
That's brand new. It's brand new.
Okay.
It's brand new to us. It's brand new to us. And it's brand new actually. So we got a brand new inner clutch housing. We're gonna put it on right now. The other thing we're gonna do is, stay tuned for this. We're gonna do this. Look at that. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with those. I'll explain why, just in case you're not. What it does, well, if you have an X3 and you've driven it, you know, pretty hard, like if you've been doing 70 in the belt let's go, it will take this inner clutch housing out. Let me show you what I mean. Like this. See how like most of it's missing back here? See how, well, you can't see it. When we get it out, we'll show you the whole thing.
I think what you're trying to say is if you don't have one, you need to get one.
Yeah, if you don't have one, you need to get one of these. We have a couple for sale. Hit us up. Anyway, clutch lining. This guy right here. is going to go in this guy right here. We're going to show you how you do that. I know there's other videos, other people have done it, but we're going to do it. It might not be as good. Don't worry about that. It's going to work. So anyway, we're taking the inner clutch housing off right now so we can put the new one in, and then, well, not until we put the liner in. So that's what we're doing. We'll be right back. Hey, Danny, what's going on?
I am removing a couple of these pieces so we can get set.
Yeah?
Inner clutch solder.
Oh, wow. I've never taken one of these off.
Neither have I. So it should make for an interesting experience.
What's going on way up in there?
The boot is slid on like a little
Yeah, let's see if we can get some more light in there.
dealy bulb. The technical term for it.
Hold on, I might have dropped the light. Let's get some light in there so we can see.
Well,
what do we
it does not have to come off, so we'll just kind of
Yeah, we'll set it aside.
pull the boot back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll pull this piece also, bend it all up. Push that back.
Bam. Look at
Out of
that.
the way.
Money. Oh, we got one there too, huh?
Got a couple. I got one more there too.
Oh. I didn't realize there were so many.
Oh, smart. I would have grabbed the socket for this.
Well, yeah.
Don't see it?
How boring would that be, though?
As boring as watching me turn the head on this.
Good point.
I'm just guessing we got to turn this off because I mean, take these off.
Yeah, it's part of the inner clutch housing, so I'd say you'd be correct. We could probably pull that one as we pull it off. Oh, wow. You got that one. Awesome.
Yeah, we
Danny,
just gotta,
Danny does good work. Not gonna lie.
Ooh, you should have had a liner in here. For shit you did when it broke like this.
Yeah, it's a little broke. We'll be back. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so here's what we decided. Here's the issue, right? We need to get an impact on this bolt right here, bust it loose. Plus, we got to get the.
I gotta get the belt off first, don't we?
No, we can do it without the belt off. I watch Kelly do it. He's magical.
Kelly's magic sauce.
Yep. So what we're gonna try to do is jack the car up and get this sway bar.
Is that what KMS stands for?
Sway bar out of the loop, out of the way.
Kelly magic sauce. Watch the expert.
What happens?
Watch the expert. I think this jack is almost as old as you are.
No, hardly. Not even close. Probably almost 20 years.
Good jack then.
Huh?
Good jack then. Most of them they blow seals.
So here's what we're doing is, hopefully as we raise this up, that sway bar link will be out of the way.
Huh? Looking like it. Should be enough. Should be.
Fortunately, it would be better if we could go direct impact because it had the most torque that way. But I don't know if we can get this in there. It's fine. Oh, maybe we can. Oh, we did it. We did it, boys and girls.
See, I'm going to watch you do this part because I've never seen this done.
Are you kidding me? Hold on. There we go. So yeah, part of the reason I've had that jack so long and it hasn't blown the seals is because I probably use it an average of 5 times a year. Maybe a little more. Maybe.
It does his job.
All right. So we went to our local dealer, Classic Motorsports. We picked this guy up. It's got a 1-year limited warranty. 1 year. That's funny. Anyway, it is a whatever that says right there because I don't have my glasses on. But it's a puller. It's a clutch puller for a Can-Am X3, right?
Yeah, Can-Am X3.
Clutch puller. All right. I think a lot of you guys have already seen this. A lot of people that watch our channel have already done this themselves, or they have seen this. Wait, I gotta find the right size.
Oop, he's back.
Okay. So we're gonna slide this in there, and this is gonna pull the clutch off for us. So let's hit it. Let's hit it with some force.
I'm gonna go from the side, maybe get. Yeah, that's better.
Here we go. Why that don't seem right?
It was just loose.
Huh?
It was just make loose noise.
Okay, I thought it bottomed out, but it didn't, did it?
No.
Okay, here we go. Alright, we're gonna put a little bit of grease on this. Hopefully, if we put a little bit of grease on this guy,
Stop doing that squealing noise.
yeah, and it'll go in there and pop this thing loose for us. Plus, I wanted to wipe this on Danny's shirt.
Hey!
Oh man. All right, we're gonna try this again. Kelly always makes it look so easy.
Kelly has a bigger impact.
All right, we might have to get some air. We'll be right back. All right, so what happened is we can't get it up. We can't get the clutch loose. I just have this. It's a small. I bought this because it's nice and it's actually pretty powerful, but it's not super powerful. It's not like a big Milwaukee, but it does a good job for most of the stuff we do. It'll definitely take tires and wheels on and off, but we can't get the clutch loose with it. So we busted out the super high dollar, expensive, fancy Cobalt from the Lowe's. That's pretty old, but we're gonna try that. If that doesn't work, we have some other tricks, but we don't want to bust all the tricks out at once. That'll make us look stupid. Or will it embarrass you or something? I don't know. All right, here we go. Ready?
Woo!
We did it!
Yay!
We did it! I told you the Cobalt was fancy and expensive, super expensive. The DeWalt, handy, handy. Someday this DeWalt is not going to be replaced, but it's going to join a friend. It's probably going to be like a fuel half-inch drive impact, and it'll just be its little brother. No big deal. All right, here we go. So I've watched Kelly do this a bunch of times. Of course, he does this every day, but he just reaches in after it's loose with the belt on and kind of pulls this, and he works like somehow like works. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, I didn't research this process very much. I just kind of jumped into it because I've seen it a bunch of times. I've watched Kelly do this. So I'm pretty sure what he does is he gets the clutch tool out, right? He has the handy dandy. I need to buy one of those. KMS is now selling this. The clutch tool.
The one you turn in and...
Yeah. Those are so cool. Especially like for someone like him that's doing this all the time. Has no, oh look what Brandy did. She made a cool little kit, but this extension just shouldn't be in there. That's alright. Don't mind. So, we're gonna take this clutch tool and find a socket for it.
What size socket is it?
I have my glasses on. I have no idea. I can't read that. What's it say?
5/8.
Idiot. So, what we're gonna do is, I mean, had we just taken the belt off in the first place, this wouldn't have been an issue. But I don't think you have to. I just gotta show you don't have to. That's all.
Don't we have to pull that off to change the back? Don't we have to pull that off anyways?
Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately all coming apart. It doesn't matter. It's just, you know, that process of working the belt off is a pain. So if you just do it this way, and then the belt's off, right? Right?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know. Do you have a penny?
God, now you want my money?
Because that's about how much this is worth. A penny.
Let's see here. Yep, get a penny.
Oh, they have.
This is a pretend penny. We are not actually defacing actual currency.
No. We call this a penny. It's actually a clutch tool mechanism device. So-called kind of thing. So what we're going to do is open this clutch up so the belt loosens up. Look at that. Primary's about to just fall out in my hands. Look at that. So Kelly, when Kelly does this, he does this little...
Makes it look magical.
Yeah.
Oh, lost penny.
Lost the penny.
The clutch tool.
What's that?
We lost the clutch tool.
Yeah, I don't know how. Oh, wait. Hold it. I'm telling you, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Actually, so that probably didn't help us because that only lets the back.
Yeah.
Oh, this is coming off.
One way or another.
I'm telling you.
How is it you just got it just like that?
Yeah.
It's a lot further than...
Oh my God.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
how Kelly does it.
He walks away from it for 1 second and comes back to it.
That's how Kelly does it. Right over the old sway bar. All right. So that's a good start. That's a good start. All right. Oh, look at this. And we got our money's worth out of this inner liner. Here we go. Secondary's coming off. And this, I mean, these clutches have been off multiple times on this car. Kelly's had them off at least minimum 3 times.
Look at that.
All right. It's amazing. Isn't it amazing that, is it true? You see that pink spring in there? You see that pink spring? That's a magic spring. Okay, we busted out the new to us Milwaukee. My son kicked me down with some of his hand-me-down. He just went to work for the railroad. And so he doesn't need these, he's getting some new tools or whatever. Lots of extra tools. Parts.
Look at all those extra parts.
Not all parts you pull off a car necessarily have to go back on.
Call those airplane parts.
Uh-oh. Airplane parts? Do they fly away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What's the big resistance here? Oh, I see.
Zippy ties. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Those are like just clamped on there, huh?
All right. We're gonna grab a screwdriver.
Be right back.
Yeah. All right, we're back. I don't know if you can see this, but these clamp on. I'm trying to get them off without breaking them. It's hard to get to them. Oh, there we go. Danny hasn't had these off yet. He has to wait till he breaks a few more belts while we do a clutch liner on this car. We're gonna do another one of these. So, you know, if you want to see this process again, it's gonna be happening pretty quick.
There's one more in the back.
Dang it. Those are gonna be fun to get back on.
They pop on. They push on easier than they come off.
We'll be right up. Okay, so we got everything out of there. I just shove that little rubber seal. So you got to be careful. There is a little rubber O-ring around this, and it came off. So you got to put that back on. Dean broke his clutch housing so violently so many times that he actually broke one of these tabs off.
Ouch.
So it's a good idea to have the clutch liner. So anyway, we got this back on. We got all this cleaned up, blew it out. This is so this is ready to go back together, but we have to get the inner clutch housing lined with the liner. So let's go do that. This is going to be the fun part, I think. When I say fun, I mean not really so fun, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. First we gotta figure out which one it is.
Does it come with directions?
Yeah, this goes this direction and this one goes this direction. Right? But it says KMS in it. That's pretty cool. So I think I'll start with the big one. Basically what he said to do was like, find a reference point, right?
Gotta find the hole first.
Yeah, so we're gonna line this up. We're gonna get it like that. We should probably go grab a drill. We're gonna get that, and we're gonna clamp that in place. We're gonna drill it. We're gonna get the drill and the hardware first. We'll be right back. I can't tell you enough how important these are, but I can show you. That's how important they are. So I watched Dean go through this. He replaced 2 of these. They're over $100 each. He replaced 2 of these, and he broke 2 of them.
Oh, you broke? I thought that was just for ventilation.
It was. This is different. And I'm using this as an example. We cut this precisely. We did some mock-ups in a wind tunnel with the clutch and some AutoCAD and some Photoshop and stuff. And what we came up with is that this was the best ventilation, but things have changed. We decided we don't want the ventilation. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. We've just been beat down.
Wow.
That's crazy. Anyway, so if you haven't done this yet, you will do it if you break enough belts. And what happened with Dean's, he broke it so violently once it broke off one of the tabs that bolts this thing in. We don't want that. So that's done. Now, the importance of this lining is to keep that from happening, and the way that works is you bolt it in there to line the cover so that it doesn't snap your crap. So we're gonna get this roughly in place, and we're gonna clamp it and then kind of work it all the way around. And then we're gonna put some holes, and then we're gonna, after we put the holes, then we're gonna put the bolts in, and yeah, you know what I mean.
Sometimes.
As long as I know what I mean. Something like that. I feel like that's going pretty well so far. Right? So we're going to kind of get this in place the best we can, and drill a couple of these, put the hardware in, and then we'll just work our way around. Alright?
Walk it.
Alright, I think we're going to put a couple of holes right there and screw it in place and see what happens.
Sounds good.
Let's do this. Let's do this. What size drill bits do we need? We got drill bits. We got a mess. Bits missing that do belong in here. A combination of things. So, alright, we'll get this set up and we'll come right back. If it turns out like it should, then we're going to do Danny's right away. Before we end up having to buy an inner liner too. Because that would suck. Inner housing. Not liner. Inner clutch housing. Oh, that's a bonus. This stuff is super easy to drill. Just like some other plastic I know about. You know what I mean. Alright, we're gonna go a little bit bigger on that hole because there's no sense in fighting it. Alright?
Nope. Whatever makes it easiest.
So we're gonna go up from a quarter to a 7/32. Oh yeah. Man.
I mean,
Alright, so now we just need
3/16 up to 7/32. You gotta get your glasses on.
I'm sorry?
You gotta get your glasses on. 3/16 up to 7/32.
I said.
You said quarter up to.
Different language.
You said quarter up to. You know how picky people are on these videos.
I know. Alright, I gotta get us. And we'll be right back.
And here we go.
Okay, so we grabbed a couple things. Whoa, we dropped that. It's all right.
Dropped your nut.
We grabbed an Allen wrench, a little T Allen wrench. That's the right size. And then we grabbed a socket. That's the right size for this nut. Just stick that through there. And we'll got this nut on the back side. That's nutty.
It's just nuts.
I know.
I thought it was crazy.
This is about to drive me nutty. Alright. Here we go.
Countersunk and everything.
Bam. Looking good. Look at that. Not bad, right?
Pretty damn good.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to work our way around and clamp it in place. Go to the next one. This clamp's not so good. We're going to set this one aside. Use this one. These are my best Harbor Freight clamps. Alright, so that's clamped pretty good. So we're gonna drill it. Let's drill this. It's good to get as close to in the middle of that hole as you can because these being countersunk. Uh-oh, washers. Oopsie. We forgot the washer. We gotta take one loose. Hate it when that happens. Oh yeah, look at that. Not bad at all. Washer. This one on. I think what we should do now is we should time lapse this, right? Okay, so where are we?
We are in the process of getting the second piece of this liner put in. After we got done clamping it, making sure everything fit right so it doesn't walk up the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't stick up. Just as long as they make sure they clamp it when they're putting it together, Shouldn't have no problems.
Yeah, so the easiest way to do what we did was we started out with, we kind of held this in place with some clamps, this piece, the thicker piece. We lined it up, you know, with like these openings. Lined it up with these openings. Then we clamped it here, drilled these holes, moved our clamps around, pulling this into place, squeezing it against the plastic to make sure it didn't pull away. Then as we brought it around, we clamped it, drilled those holes, continued around that same way till we got clear to the end, drilled those holes. Now we're ready to start on this piece. So we'll time lapse that. So if you've been watching, and fast forward with some music probably, like the coolest music ever, Brandy probably picked it. In case it's not, it will be though.
In case it's not, I picked it.
There you go. So what we did is we finished up putting the liner in. Check it out, looks pretty cool. It's got drill shavings.
So we'll blow those out.
So we gotta blow it out. But here's what it looks like. Here, ready? We'll do a tour. Ready? Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. Here's what the outside looks like with all the screws. It's significantly heavier and solid filling.
I'd rather have more solid than nuts.
Yeah. So, yeah, that should keep us from blowing this thing out again. I know it's worked for Dean. Dean literally broke the stock one. He put a new one on. He broke that. I feel like he even broke the second one that he put on. I feel like he bought two of them. Yeah, he broke the stock one, bought one, put it on, broke that one, bought another one. Maybe even broke that one, maybe not. No, I think he did a liner at that point. And then he has broken several belts. We've been with him when he broke a few belts. And the belts actually put some pretty gnarly marks on the on this piece, on this aluminum liner on his, but did not break. Did not break it. Did not break the case. So that's what we're after. Not to break this aluminum housing. Not to break the plastic inner clutch housing.
Perfect.
Okay, now we're gonna put it back on. We'll be right back. All right, we're feeling pretty good about this, right, Danny?
Yes, we are.
Look at that. Canvas. So now we gotta put the inner clutch housing back on. It has the liner in it now. Hopefully we don't break next time we break a belt, which unfortunately will happen. It is what it is. We should be able to keep from destroying this housing. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to get this light in here a little better real quick. And I don't know if the camera can see that. That's what you're supposed to do. That's just to get started. From there, you go from there. This kind of thing. So let's grab that back up. Now that we broke it, we got the O-ring back on here. We got to get these little clamps back on. So we'll pull this back up again. And while we can still reach them, we're going to reach in here and try to get them on. think that's the plan. I feel like that's the plan. So I'm probably not gonna get a lot of that part of the camera, but I'll just tell you I got one of them on just now. And we're about to get another one on right now. Front. There it is.
Did believe there was a total of 3.
Yeah, and we're gonna pretend like they're all 3 on. Actually, we don't have to pretend. They're all 3 on. Now we gotta get this line back up in place. Take this guy. Why does it not feel? It's supposed to. All right, we're gonna put a couple screws in.
Just so it don't fall.
Start tightening and see what we have. I think these are all the same. Yes. All right, we're gonna put these screws in. These bolts. I'm gonna put these bolts in. Put these bolts in. Just kind of get them started by hand.
Always best.
Yeah, we don't want to
Cross-thread them?
cross-thread and destroy threads.
Well, was that they say cross-thread is better than no thread?
I have used that before. Like my passenger seat, it's in like that. It's definitely there's 4 bolts and one of them's definitely cross-threaded. And I've had it in and out that way multiple times and it still works. So, not saying it's ideal. Okay, there we go. Start these by hand. We'll come back in a minute. Okay, so we got the O-ring back in place. Now we're putting all the bolts back in, then we'll tie them back up, and we are done. Did I drop a bolt again? And then we can put the clutch back. Put the primary and the secondary back in place.
I think it looked intimidating, but it actually wasn't.
Yeah, not bad.
As long as you got the right tools, it's not that bad of a job.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was definitely for me. It was a little more involved than I had it all worked out to be super simple and easy. And it wasn't hard or anything. It was just more time consuming and more effort than I thought it was going to be.
What's the factory torque on this?
You have to look that up, but I can tell you that it's not this. So that's why I stopped right away. And then we're gonna look that up, and we tend to do that off camera. Torque factory. There we go. Factory.
There you go.
Factory. So, but you know, as far as the real deal, if we were to do that, we would do it off camera, just because, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, earlier in this video, we learned a little trick that went something like, I want to say it was something like, something like this. Bam. Ha ha.
Like magic.
All right. Next, we gotta get this guy back onto the factory torque specified torque specs.
Oh, we gotta jack it back up.
Gotta jack it back up. Then he's gonna jack it back up. So see what that's doing is bringing this up, so we're out of the way of the sway bar end link. I think we're good. You got to be a little bit careful because as that comes up, the shock actually gets a little closer. So now, which socket that was, and we'll start it with the DeWalt, and then we will
Finish
torque
off
it
with
down
there.
to factory torque specified. Okay, so we went ahead and torqued that up to the factory specified torque.
Rating.
And we're gonna put the, wait, you know, can we do this all in one shot? Let's see. We should be putting a new belt on, but we don't have one. I mean, I have a new one, but I don't want to put the new one on, wait for it to break and have an old one, and I'm gonna order one. We're putting this one on now. Let's not even talk about it. It's just ridiculous. But, so, the belts get a little bit, they can get a little bit harder to put on. I think we're gonna, let me think about this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for now. We're gonna get this. Okay, right when we stopped recording, it just popped right on. It just didn't want you watching. You gotta get those spines lined up, and apparently that's a big pain in the butt. And so,
Just because it free spins.
yeah, the inside free spin, so the spines don't hold still. I like that. We're gonna put a tiny bit more on it just so it's closer before we get out the torque wrench. Factory. All right, now back to just the standard. Open up the clutch and put the belt on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's our clutch tool. Looks like a penny. It's a copper clutch tool.
Copper washer.
Don't be confused.
Copper washer without a hole.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's a 5/8, as we learned earlier. Open up that secondary. Alright. Now we'll put the clutch on, or the belt. We will put the belt on. Now it does, with this liner, it gets a little hard. It gets a little tight. It gets a little bit tighter. Just a little bit tighter. You can see we already got marks. Man.
Is there a direction these belts go on?
Yes. I always put them on where you can read. We can read it this way. Can you read that? Or do we got to pull it back off? Let's follow this light. We're going to make sure we can read it. Because I hope I didn't, in all the chaos. Yeah, right?
Yeah, perfect. So
All right.
So the wording's not upside down too.
Yeah, so I always put it so I can read it. Hopefully that's correct. If not, correct me in the comments below. Feel free. But that's what we always do. And we get like at least 75 to 100 miles out of the belt, so must be right. And I'm joking about how much we get out of the belt in case.
75 to 100 miles, huh?
Only kidding. That's not accurate. All right. I think we did it. All right, Danny had to come in for the win because I wasn't cutting it. So look at what he's doing. He's doing the hard part.
Now you go back to the one we left off on.
That looks like hard. That looks too hard to me. I'm glad I'm not doing it. And he's using my favorite tool. That's where we got it. We got it from Dandi. Oh, look. He did the hard part. He finished the hard part. He finished the hard
Just gotta
part.
put the cover on.
He finished the hard part. The covers is easy. But we are going to run it real quick. Make sure nothing weird. I don't see why there would be, but just for the heck of it.
Keep your fingers crossed.
We'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna fire this thing up and we're gonna watch the clutch spin. And we're gonna make sure that there's nothing weird about this clutch housing or the belt or anything that's touching anything.
You don't have the right person here to start this. You don't have your grandson. He loves starting this.
True, he does.
Fire in the hole?
Fire in the hole. Okay, so everything on the primary looks good. Just rev it up a little bit so everything spins. Do it again. We're gonna spin it again. If I can give it a little more. More. Looking good. We're good. Now we're going to turn it off before we die of a fixation. Oh, we're starting to get a headache. That stuff gets me quick.
Whew. Try running on an E85.
Yeah. It smells like pancakes coming out of your exhaust.
No, it makes it a little bit more harder, Ruth.
All right, we'll be right back. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. Look. So cover's back on. Oh, let me turn this light on. Let me turn this light on. Let me turn some light on. I only have 2 screws. We don't know why they disappeared, but I don't have the little gasket that goes in there to seal. So I got to get that gasket. I think if the screws are going to be expensive, I think I'm going to just get that little kit. You know, it's got the pins. You just quick disconnect pins. You know, not that we'll need to open this again for any reason. But anyway, we did it. So this is a job that you can also do as long as you have a pair of pliers and a Phillips screwdriver. You're good to go. You don't need like any of this. Maybe some of this. You might need a few things. Because you need a clutch tool. You need the clutch tool. The clutch remover, the primary clutch removal tool. It's a good idea to have some impacts. You pretty much got to have some impacts. Drill. All that kinds of fun stuff. If you watch the video, you kind of know what you got to have already. But it's done. We did it. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, maybe do so. If you can, that'd be great. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the reminder little bell. Click that. And then when we put up a new video, you get a reminder that we put up the video and then you can watch it. You know, you can watch it, which is cool. It's good to watch it. We like it. What do you think, Danny?
I think I need to do mine next.
Yep, we got to do Danny's car. We should video that. So Danny's car is next. We got some more liners over here. If you guys need one and you're local around our area, Fresno areas. Garage is a mess. Ignore the garage. We're in the middle of moving stuff around, getting ready for a trip, getting back from a trip. But we got a whole stack. We got about 5 of them. Well, 4. Danny's got one of those. So we'll be doing Danny's car next. We'll do, I don't know. We'll show his car at least. I mean, we already showed you this process, but right?
Right, exactly.
Thanks for subscribing if you haven't. Like I said, if not, subscribe. Please. Brandy couldn't be here for this one, by the way. She's working. She has a weird work schedule right now. And so she said it was okay we could do this. I hope it was okay.
Tried to fill in as best I could.